Hey guys, totally high tech right now because I've got my iPad. Finally, this is the front. Um, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick run through of, um, if you're like me and you're an amateur, um, light settings are like hell on earth. In our school, if your school is like mine too, you've got really cruddy, lights for your, um, set. So our white lights, they show up orange, and if we have a plain black backdrop, it's easier to balance out because you can balance out the colors without turning everything blue, um, on your camera at least. But if you're doing it via camera, if you're doing it via computer, it works just as well. However, if you have like a regular set behind you, it flashes back and makes it even more orange, and it's just a mess. So even without the flash on, I just mean like the reflective lights, because they're reflective. So it causes a lot of weird problems. And today I was going over it with someone who is my co-chair. We're both chairs of the historians part. I just froze. Historians part in our chapter, I guess you can say, of the Thespian Society. Actually, I don't think I'm technically in that, but whatever. Drama club, same thing. Um, and so, just a quick, like, hopefully 2-minute video. This is for this is for if it's set lighter, like really light. I turn on my ISO slash like shutter speed. My camera goes up to 1600. 1600. Yeah, 1600. So I would set it to as fast as you can make it, just because if people are moving, it's especially hard to catch them. Thanks, Ryan. Lighting, I put it on artificial lighting, obviously. Put it on not what's the word I'm looking for? Not like artificial lighting. My camera gives me two options for artificial lighting. You want the one with the light bulb, not the one with the, it's not neon, and I'm forgetting the name for it. But not that one. Not the funny one. Don't do that. It's not the right one, especially if your light is orange. If it's white, by all means try it. I wouldn't know what happens. Custom color. If yours is like mine, it has a bunch of things under custom color. Contrast should be set. On mine, it's all the way to the left. So that makes it more of a contrast rather than less of a contrast. I don't know how everyone's camera works, but I would go at least 3 in higher contrast. Mine only goes 3 higher or 3 lower, so I would go 3 to whichever direction that is for you. Sharpness should stay the same and saturation should stay the same, but if you absolutely need to, you can adjust saturation so that it looks more like cooler colors rather than you can also adjust that in other places. You can adjust it to blue versus red. Do blue. Don't necessarily go all the way to blue. It depends on how orange your lights are, but I would go some way to blue. And your saturation. Certain things I do let my camera evaluate, but not most of it. Like, I don't let it evaluate my shutter speed. But you can let it set to evaluate faces if you want. It helps it focus if you don't have time to focus it right then and there. For instance, if someone's jumping around on a microphone, you don't have time every single time to focus the shot. You can let it automatically focus and just hold it down for 2 seconds and shoot it. Makes it a lot easier. So you can let it evaluate faces. At least on my camera, it helps it evaluate its setting. Lens. Fine film. 4,000 to 3,000 should be fine. Exposure, I always put it on +1 when it's orange light. It makes it a little whiter. It helps. Make sure you keep it on fine grain or whatever. On mine it says grain. Apparently on my friend's camera, on this girl's camera, it doesn't say grain. It just says fine film. I don't know what it's going to say on your camera. It might just say fine. I know my mom's camera says fine. Whatever it says, someone else I know is fine pixelation. Whatever it says, just pick fine. Don't pick, I can't remember the other one. Don't pick it, though. Flash. In performance situations, you want your flash off, which is why you want your shutter speed so quick. makes sense, I suppose. You want it to be able to snap the picture right away rather than let it get blurry. The most blue, these are just random tips, the most blue you can balance with the picture without making everyone look like Smurfs is probably the way to go. It's actually easier to edit out the blue rather than edit out the red, and I've learned that the hard way. Your shutters, I said this, the shutter speed, make it as quick as you can because it makes it easier to take a picture without a flash. And when it's set to auto, which is a lot of cameras are even on, even if it's not on auto mode, a lot of cameras have it set to automatic flash, and automatic shutter speed, which means, at least for my camera, it evaluates the situation and then just snaps as fast as it thinks it should go. Problem is, if someone's standing still for 2 seconds, when you let it adjust and then snap it, and they've moved like freaking Speedy Gonzalez, like, you're done. That picture isn't developing, you're done. Better to overcorrect than undercorrect. It's actually easier to edit. It's not easier to go sharper and less blur, at least from my experience. I'm not terribly good at editing, but from my experience, it's a lot easier to overcorrect than undercorrect and fix it later and make it look good. Anything that can't be edited on iPhoto, because I'm cheap, not cheap, I'm lazy and I try to edit the most I can on iPhoto without going to Adobe and then GIMP. It depends on what brushes I need. If it can't be edited on iPhoto, or you're not sure what to do with it, you should probably double check before you trash it. Always mess around with as much as you can, because I know there's a couple of pictures that I wanted to trash, and I'm still editing, and I still want to trash, but they're getting so much better that it's like, I'm glad I didn't trash them. I'm sorry that it's taken like 3 weeks to finish, but they're getting better, so I'm happy about that. And it's like, I had to take breaks from them is the reason that I didn't just do it all at once. But yeah. And then the other thing is, please, if you find something that works better, because our lights are so bad, if you find something that works better, please message me or post it in the comment. I'd love to hear it. If you actually go to my channel, there's a site, and that has my email on it too, so you can email me. It's actually, I'm only an amateur, so hearing anything from anyone else who's in the same situation as me, or who knows a lot more, as lucky as I am to have worked with some of the people who have helped me learn a lot of things, more than willing to take advice, because I like hearing it. So, yeah, thanks. Bye.